Hello friends, welcome back to the cabin. I'm actually on my way to North Carolina to pick up an old-fashioned, old-timey potbelly stove that was so gracious given to me by some longtime friends and in-laws. So we're going to head up there, see if we can get it and load it in the back of the truck and get it back to Tennessee, because I'm going to put it in the new workshop. So y'all be sure and stay tuned. I'll see you when we get there. Alright folks, well I made it up here to North Carolina and we're fixing to load that stove in there, but I wanted to introduce you to a couple of in-laws. This is Mark and this is Randy. Can you all tell we're brothers? Which one do I look like the most? Huh? Maybe him, because he's got the little,
probably him,
the goatee going on there.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a question. Let me get out of the light, maybe they can see you. Where did that stove actually come from?
I can't say for sure. My daddy had it several years before he passed away, and after he passed away, it's just been sitting out here in the barn, and I thought it'd be a good idea to see if Richard could put it to use, and so he said he could take it and put it to good use, so here he is.
Yeah, we're gonna get it loaded. I was thinking that, you know, it would go good in that new workshop down there.
Be a good place for it.
I won't be down there that much, but when I am down there, one that size, that can heat it pretty good. It will hold, you know, that's one of the old timey, you'll see in a minute, where the door is way up top and you can load a bunch of wood down there in the bottom. Actually, folks used to burn coal in those too, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
So
and you probably could fry some eggs on top of it and sausage.
I can do that, can't I?
Yeah.
I can fry my 5 pieces,
Yes.
and then you only see 2 on my plate. Well, what happened to the other 3?
The neighbors.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
Yeah.
Okay. I tell you, here's a clue. Watch for my dogs. If they're eating out of a dog dish, you might be able to know where the other 3 went.
That's it.
I will tell you this. I just happened to think, where you see this grass growing out here, when I was younger and actually married into the family, I used to come out here on rainy days and I picked up all kinds of arrowheads out here. That's the best time to pick them, right after it rains, because it'll wash off the dirt and you can kind of tell. You know, when you're running a tractor through there and the plow comes through, a lot of times it breaks pieces off, but you can find good ones, because I have found some good ones in there.
There's a lot in here.
And their daddy, boy, he collected all kinds of arrowheads and had them displayed on the walls, and had rolling pins and the little balls that the kids used to roll, and bowls that they would grind stuff in. Axes and just all kinds of stuff. Those were good days.
He even had one peace pipe he found.
And he would always bring out some sort of puzzle for me to try to figure out. And then he would laugh and have a good time until I was just about ready to leave, and then he might show me, or he might wait the next time I come up. But he was always one for, you know, those old wooden puzzles and rings. You try to get one ring out of the other ring. He was good for that.
He's real good at it.
He was. Well, you want to see if we can get this thing loaded in here?
We'll try.
Okay.
I need to come back to you.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, friends, we got that thing loaded on there with no problem, and I'm set to head back to Tennessee. But I'll tell you what, this old tractor right here, he was just telling me that they bought it, this one, just before, or his dad bought it just before he passed away. But they had another one almost like it, and that's what you used for years. I guess when you kids were growing up, right?
It was a 64 model.
If I can find it, there's a picture of me and the kids, and I'll show it to you. If I can find it, I will put it on the video here of me when I was younger. Boy, I was good looking. No, I'm just teasing. Me and the two kids, Patrick and Jennifer, on the tractor. You know, Mark was saying that he was watching my last video, and he goes, son, I'll tell you what, when you put that breakfast on, you know how to strap on a meal.
Exactly.
5 pieces of sausage. Of course, you all know that I didn't get all 5 of them right. Be sure and watch for my dogs, because if they're eating the same time I'm eating, that's probably where half of my food went to.
He'll come down when you have steak too. It don't matter.
I'll come down there too. You can call me whatever. That's it all about the
When
food.
it comes to food, it don't
It's
matter.
all about the food. The name calling, it goes out the window.
They're saying that I could call either one of them for food, because food is food, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll tell you what, I've had some really good leather britches beans. That's something I don't get much anymore.
Yep.
And their
good.
mama is good for cooking leather britches beans. I'll tell you that.
Do they know how that's?
How do you arrive with leather britches?
Well, you pick your beans and you dry them, and then you can. Daddy would put them in a bread bag and freeze them. Then you get them out and wash them, and put them in a little pressure cooker with some fat back or something, and then you have it. They call them leather britches.
You know, that's just what us mountain folks we eat, right?
Adds flavor.
So anyway, but he said that those leather britches beans were really good, and I can testify to that.
They are good.
They are really,
real
really,
good.
really good. And this is the fella right here that raised some of them potatoes like this, and the onions. And this is the fella here that grew that great big old cabbage that you've seen on one of my videos here recently. I'll tell you what, I don't know if it's the dirt up here in North Carolina, because you don't have that red dirt like we got down there. Yours is a little bit.
We hold our mouth a little different.
Oh, they hold their mouth different.
and planting in the signs when the signs is
Yeah,
right.
And
absolutely.
now that's something I don't pay too much attention to, which I probably should, about the signs. But
I've done it this year, and you've seen the potatoes.
It does work.
so
It does work.
the next time we have a big feast down at the Outpost, you'll will probably see these two faces there with a napkin stuck in right here and a fork in one hand and a knife in the other, right?
And we're only coming when Richard's going to sing for us.
When I'm going to sing.
Yeah.
Just
right.
whatever, it don't matter.
How about if I sing amen right after
That's okay.
the prayer? And
That's
we
okay. There you
Amen,
go.
it'll be good.
There
Yeah.
you go. We
Be
just
good.
want to hear.
All right, there we go.
There you go.
I was going to say, as long as it's a short song.
Make it short
And sweet.
and sweet. Okay,
Yeah.
will do. Anyway, folks, I'm going to head back to Tennessee, and we'll see if we can get that thing unloaded with Big John.
I look out across the water, I smell the salt, I feel the breeze, but in my heart I hear the calling of my old home, Tennessee.
Well, friends, I made it back to Tennessee, and Jennifer, she actually came up here to help me get this thing out of the back of the truck in case I need to go anywhere. And I'll show you all the parts here in just a little bit, but in case I forgot, I remember showing the great big cabbage. Jennifer's holding the potato and the onion that we were talking about earlier in the video that they grew
They're
up there.
huge.
Yeah, he had just so many. I had one a little bit bigger, but I've already cooked it. But anyway, let's look at the parts here on the stove. Right back here, I've got a grate. This is another one as well. I've got the lid that goes on the top. This actually goes up around the middle. This is the door. This is a vent that you can work. And then also down here is the ashes. And there's also a door here where you can access that. Then the stand is in the very back. that's what it looks like from the front. So I'm going to run down there and get the tractor. We'll see if we can get this off the truck. Well, I'm glad that Jennifer was here to help me do that, because the only control I have on the outside is the one on the back, where I can kind of maneuver things and let the boom on the back, or the arms on the back, up and down, but there's not one on the front. And the kids' mom also had a hand in that, and we want to thank all of them for contributing the stove to the outpost down here, where we can stay warm in the wintertime down there in the new workshop. And you know, it wasn't that long ago, and if you haven't seen it, you're new to this channel, click up here in the top right hand corner of when they gave me a sigh or a sith, and I redid that. Friends, thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you back up here at the cabin again next time.
See ya.